Share your name, share your, thank you, Ryan. Share your name, share your organization, share your title. So what is it that you do for your nonprofit? If you want, you can also tell us a bit about your nonprofit's mission or latest initiative. Tell us how familiar are you with Instrumentl, and more importantly, what's your biggest challenge related to setting your team up for success? So as people join, I will just look through the chat a bit. Welcome, Harriet. Welcome, Masara. Then we have Sarah. Do share what's your job title. Hello from Canada. Ryan is also from Canada. So, hey, there you have it. Cool. Don't be shy. Share more about yourselves in the chat. And yeah, as you do that, I will also kick us off. So we will be talking about how you can organize your team to win more grants together. To introduce myself, I'm Mia from Instrumentl. So I talk to nonprofits and grant consultants to better understand their everyday challenges. I then take this feedback to our team, which makes sure that Instrumentl is continuously updated and that you truly can use our product efficiently. I also have a nonprofit background, although I'm from Europe, not from US, so things are a bit different there. I used to run my own organization for 3 years, and we had projects centered around cultural tourism, preserving cultural heritage, and social justice. So if you want, you can reach out to me via email or add me on LinkedIn. So yeah, you will be getting these slides after the presentation, so feel free to add me. I would love to connect. And as your co-host, Ryan is here. He will be your best friend in the chat. So he is a part of my team, passionate learner, avid reader. His favorite grant writing book is Storytelling for Grant Seekers. And he will be taking notes of your questions, replying in the chat, and posting useful resources as well. I would also invite you to connect with Ryan if you'd like. We're very friendly. We don't bite, I promise. Let me check the chat just for a second. We have people from Texas, from Denver. Nice, a lot of interesting people all around the US. Development managers, grant managers, cool. It's good to see that we have diverse folks today. And yeah, without further ado, yeah, before we begin, I would like to emphasize that this webinar is primarily for people who are not using Instrumentl yet. So if you are using Instrumentl, you're free to stick around. I'm sure that you will hear a lot of useful information. But if you have been using Instrumentl for a while, you might be a bit bored because you will hear a lot of product information that you probably already know. So feel free to stick around if you are an Instrumentl user, but yeah, this is primarily for people who are not using Instrumentl yet. So to kick us off, I think that we can all agree that grant writing is a team sport and a very challenging one. So let's see what's on our agenda today. We will be talking about how you can build a cohesive grant team. We will be discussing what's the value of centralizing your grant work. We will be talking about how you can revolutionize your team's workflow with a grant software. Then we will move on to sharing 5 great lessons from successful teams. These are all lessons that we learned talking to Instrumentl customers, so very valuable tips and tricks there. And at the very end, we will have a Q&A session. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Make sure to add 3 hashtags before your questions so that Ryan can easily spot them in case the chat gets a bit crowded. So if it's useful, we will address your question during the presentation, but anyhow, we will address them at the very end. Also, be sure to stick until the end because we have a special 35-page blueprint to help you set your team for success. And also, we have a live giveaway, so make sure to stay until the end. So how does one organization build a cohesive grant team? It's a very challenging task, no doubt, regardless of the maturity of the nonprofit organization. So we will dive in a bit deeper and share what we've learned through talking to nonprofits and through our own personal experience. Based on interviews that we had with our customers, we noticed that the winning formula, quote unquote, is R plus 3 C's. And here's what it's all about. So we interviewed dozens of customers. We also organized the internal surveys based on, so this is also based on customer data. And we noticed patterns in terms of what makes a very strong grant team. So firstly, you need to have clearly defined roles and responsibilities. Secondly, you need to use tools and processes to make sure that your team is communicating efficiently and has everything they need to efficiently share their knowledge. Thirdly, you have to have a strong team culture, which is shared by every team member. So it's not only about writing a bunch of cultural values and pretending that they are true when in reality they only exist on paper. So culture needs to be embodied by every team member, especially when it comes to grant work, and we will see why in just a little bit. And lastly, you need to have great collaboration between different team members. So this all sounds very nice, but in reality, we all know that nonprofit organizations are very, so to say, scrappy, meaning that they are very resourceful, they operate on minimal budgets, and they need to wear multiple hats. So tell me in the chat, how many hats do you wear in your nonprofit? And what are some of the tasks that you do outside of your main job title? So don't be shy. Do share what are your responsibilities within your nonprofit. And as you are typing, I will move on to the next slide here to discuss different roles within one nonprofit organization. So this is just a list of 8 different roles that are most common. And yeah, we have some answers in the chat. So Susanna is saying many different hats since I specialize in board development. Robin says business office, community engagement, HR, grant writing. That's a lot of hats, Robin. So congrats on that. Although I'm not sure if I should be congratulating. That seems like a very exhausting role to be within. At least 3 hats, Nicole says. Peter says every hat. Okay. Grant writer and program manager, in addition to corporate fundraising. That's interesting. I've heard that grant writers are often within program manager roles as well. Cool. So we see that there are many people with many different hats in the chat. So instead of me just telling you what each person does within a nonprofit, which I'm sure you're all well aware of, I would like to do like a very small live experiment. So if you can see your job title on the slide, just write a one-liner in terms of what is your biggest challenge connected to grant collaboration and finding grants. So just one-liner, and after we have like 3 or 5 answers, I will move on to the next slide. So let's see. I saw that we have a lot of grant writers. Okay, so Nikki says funding from foundations is a challenge. Raising money, getting others to stick to a deadline. Yes, we will get to it. Getting information from program staff in time for applications, ups and downs of funding, working with finance team to get appropriate budgets, keeping up with the needs of the organization and getting info from the team. Yes, Nicole, that's also a huge challenge, information gathering, team buying. So you can see that there is like a very clear theme here, and that's money and collaboration. So collaboration can be branched into gathering information or trying to manage change within your organization, trying to ensure that people really do their work and stay, they respect the deadlines. But in the end, all of people that work within a profit have the same end goal. So they have a lot of like smaller goals or milestones that they need to achieve. But overall, the overarching goal is to secure funding for the organization so that you can make an impact and do good in the world. So everybody wants to work more efficiently. Everybody wants an easier way to track progress, and everybody wants to collaborate with other team members seamlessly. So something that I wanted to share here is just a snapshot from the ebook that we'll be sharing at the end of this event. So within the ebook, you have different explanations of different roles within a nonprofit, along with skills and responsibilities and challenges. And this can help you in case you are working kind of like in a siloed environment, just to take a step back and become more aware of the overlapping challenges and how you can work together when within this collaborative grant collaboration continuum, which is the chart on the right. So this is within the ebook, you will see an explanation of how you can move through different phases. So you have pre-collaborative tasks, you have collaborative tasks when you are preparing your grant application, and you have post-collaborative tasks when you are more working on reinforcement and the so-called non-writing tasks. But you can find more details in the ebook that we will share at the very end. I just wanted to share because it's fundamentally, it's very, very interesting to hear like these repeating challenges as we talk with so many nonprofit and grant professionals. Moving on, we also did a survey. So we had almost 550 respondents for this particular survey. And here are the grouped challenges when it comes to grant management and collaboration. So tracking everything is a challenge. Organizing all grant applications and meeting deadlines, that's a challenge. Collaboration, time management. In terms of prospecting, finding grants that truly fit our needs, because it's not just about increasing grant output and having this illusion that you're being productive, but it's more about finding those relevant grants that will actually bring you grants and funding that you need. Reports are another thing, but something that was also like very repetitive was the lack of a single place, like a single source of truth where nonprofit team members can monitor everything. So if we were to take all of these challenges and try to simplify them or put them into larger buckets, we will have information fragmentation. So this means that you're struggling with scattered documents related to your grant opportunities. So if I were to guess, I mean, that's how we worked within our organization. I had files on my computer. Then my colleague had files on her computer. Then we had like email chains, like different threads where we uploaded documents. We have Google Drives, but it was all kind of like scattered. And we wasted a lot of time just searching for information or searching for files. So that's one challenge. The other challenge is inefficient communication. So for instance, you have a meeting within your nonprofit, you agree upon something, but then again, you have to chase messages. You are also struggling with this like scattered focus across decentralized means of communication. Then you have limited collaboration. Again, it's connected to the lack of having one centralized place. And then you have limited visibility and accountability, which ties into something that I'm not sure who, but somebody posted in the chat, like chasing people for deadlines or holding them accountable is an issue. Because if you set a deadline and it's not respected, it creates this negative domino effect, because you will likely miss a deadline because not all stages of the grant application were done in time. So there are three key things that you need to have in order to overcome these challenges. One is people, obviously. The second thing, tools, and the third thing, processes. So people, tools, and processes, those are like the three key things that you need. That when it comes to tools, when we talked to many nonprofits, we saw that many use many different tools for very specific things within their grant work or like the entire process. So they might be using a grant tracker, for instance, spreadsheets. They might be using Google Calendar or like a personal app on their smartphone to track deadlines for certain phases of the application. Then grants management platform, some other tool might be used, or like a project management tool that isn't really specifically designed for the needs of grant professionals, but it's still good enough and affordable. So they just stick to that. Then, of course, collaborative document editing tools, whether it's Google Doc or some other type of tool. And when it comes to processes, these are some of the main ones. So you need to have a grant review process. You need to have a grant proposal checklist if you want to ensure that everything runs smoothly. And in the interest of saving time, it's smart to have grant proposal templates. So Ryan will be sharing useful templates in the chat. We really try to understand what are the main problems that nonprofit professionals and grant consultants are facing. And we built templates in collaboration with subject matter experts that you can use. So it's very user-friendly, intuitive. Those are Canva templates that are tied to nonprofit management. You have grant proposal templates, budget. So make sure to check out the link that Ryan shared there. So here's another survey that we did. So this one was based on survey with 621 respondents. And these people attended our grant writing virtual summit. So it's still a very relevant database. Of course, we do have like fairly high percentage of people using Instrumentl because some of respondents do come from our customer base. But look at this. There's like over 66% people who don't use anything. So not even Excel, not even like some project management tool such as Asana or Trello or Monday. They don't use anything. So you can imagine like the chaos and inefficiency of their workflows. Then we have like small portion of people using Foundation Discovery Online, GrantStation, and Flux, and then a very small percentage using Salesforce. And as you can imagine, these organizations are typically financially stable and established. So this is why they can invest in such a large platform as Salesforce. So this is rather interesting because what if I tell you that you can actually unify all of these tools into a single one? So imagine having literally a platform where you would have a grant tracker, a grants calendar, where you would be able to manage your grants, where you will be able to collaborate with your team members in a very efficient way. So basically unifying project management tools as well. So everything besides collaborative document editing tools. And you still use your internal processes, or you work with customer success teams to help you build new processes that are very tightly connected to the tool that you are using. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm very excited because Instrumentl is exactly this. So it is with our latest product launch, we have finally become this tool that's used for prospecting, pre-award and post-award management, meaning that you can use Instrumentl for easier grant collaboration and for improved visibility across all phases of the grant's lifecycle. So what does this actually mean? It means that you can find good fit funders in seconds and not weeks. And I will show you an example of this. So it's not an exaggeration. You can streamline your grant management, and you can bring your entire team under a single roof, meaning that you can work in a single workplace and basically centralize all of your work. So we have over 390,000 funders and over 12,500 active grant opportunities. So before we jump into Instrumentl, for me to show you how this actually looks like, so that it's not just on paper, but it truly solves all the challenges that I've mentioned earlier. So we are now organizing a giveaway. Dr. Bev Browning is also known as a grant doctor or grant consulting or grant training rather doctor. So she is a best-selling author and one of Instrumentl users, and she has managed to secure more than $3 million in grants for her clients by leveraging Instrumentl's features. Ryan can share her customer success story, and here's how you can win one of these 4 books. So we have nonprofit management all in one, we have grant writing for dummies, we have fundraising for dummies, and nonprofit kit for dummies. So to be honest, I just read this one, so grant writing for dummies, and it's amazing. I really liked it. So here's what you need to do. Ryan is posting a success story about Dr. Bev's and her consulting business. And you need to be fast and reply how many minutes does Dr. Bev spend on grant prospecting now thanks to Instrumentl. So this is a quote from the article. Instrumentl does in about XY minutes what used to take me 40 hours. So be quick, and Ryan will make sure to reward people that reply the fastest and accurate. So speed and accuracy are important. Okay, and as Ryan is going through the answers, a lot of you are writing in the chat. Okay, so as Ryan is going through the answers, I will begin with presenting Instrumentl so that you can see whether or not it can potentially bring value to your nonprofit. So Ryan, you can maybe unmute yourself and say what's the correct answer and whether or not we have our winners, because I see that there are a lot of people replying.
Yeah, we got a lot of answers. The correct answer was 20. Took 20 minutes, what used to take 40 hours. I'm just scrolling through the chat. I see the first few people that got the answers right. I will message you individually on Zoom, but if I don't catch you, I will try and find you on LinkedIn. But you can also message me personally as well within Zoom. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, cool. So here's what's going to happen now. In case you are not Instrumentl users yet, I would like you to invite you to sign up for Instrumentl, and it's very useful if you do it now during the event. We don't ask you for a credit card. You can just fill out this form, and immediately you will get access to the platform. So I will just wait a few moments until you fill out the form. Ryan has shared the link there. And yeah, so once you fill out these, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will see additional 3 fields. And once you fill them out, you can just click on next. And I'll just wait for a minute. And you can just send me any type of emoji in the chat so that I can see that you have set up your Instrumentl account. And yeah, to make sure that this that me showing the tool isn't like from I would like it to be interactive so that you can follow through instead of like being boring, just me speaking and showing you around. So okay, we have Robin with a party emoji. Glad to see that you managed to fill out the form, Robin. We'll just wait a couple of more moments until other people sign up as well. And let me know in the chat if you're having any issues with filling out the form. It's pretty straightforward. So you just need to fill out your name, your work email address. You can choose any type of password that you want. Leave your phone number, mark your organization type. And then I believe you will be asked about whether or not you have a 501c3 nonprofit. You will be asked about your budget and how many grants have you been awarded in the past, I believe in the past year. So we can wait just a couple of more minutes. I can take a sip of water as you guys are filling out this form. And what's really neat about the free trial is that like for the first time ever, Instrumentl now offers pro features on the free trial as well. So you can fully use the platform for 2 weeks and then say, yay, I see value in this, or nah, not for me, not at this point. So yeah, let's move on. So once you filled out the form, you will be asked to schedule a call with somebody from customer success or from account executives. So you can either choose the date if you want to learn more about the platform, or if you want to just see like a specific demo based on your use case, which is always useful, I believe. Or you can just click here on skip at the bottom of the screen. So whichever you prefer. The next thing that you will see is this screen. So you will have 3 different steps. One is filling out the information about your organization. So you need to mark where your organization is registered. So is it within the US, outside of the US, or both inside and outside of the US? You can then set your fiscal year. There is a nice drop-down menu here. And then this is important because Instrumentl would then magically match you with opportunities with grant deadlines that are according to your yearly schedule. And once you click on save and continue, you can also, yes, choose here, like select county or state if your organization is within the United States. And when you click save and continue, you will be moved to the next step, which is overview. So here you can name your project and you can select your project type. So from the very beginning, you have 2 different options, and you can always go back and edit them. So you can either choose to track to set up your grant tracker with new grant recommendations from Instrumentl, or you can use Instrumentl just for tracking. So you just want to track your applications, your awards. You don't want to be matched with new funders. And then when you click Save and Continue, you will be moved to Matches Setup. And this is very, very important. So here you can select your applicant type. So you can select multiple things here. So for instance, you may be a nonprofit, you may be college, university, especially if you're a grant consultant that's managing different types of clients. It's important for you to check everything that applies. You can also, you need to also list locations where your project serves. And then here, this is very, very important, you need to select your fields of work. So if you click here, you will be asked to add between 2 and 5 different fields of work. So you can either search a field of work, so for instance, healthcare, literacy, arts and culture. If you're not sure what would be your field of work, you can click on Browse All Categories, and you will get a giant list that will help you select between 2 and 5 most important, that is most relevant fields of work for your specific use case. So then you can click on Update Fields of Work. And in the bottom section of this third step, you can select the minimum and maximum amount of grants. This is also important for filtering, because you will see funding opportunities that match this bracket that you've selected. And then you can select all the different fund uses. So will you be using funds for education, for programs, for general operating expenses? So we typically recommend to always tick this, so general operating expense, because this is where you'll be paying salaries and whatnot. And yeah, if you're not sure which field you should mark here, you can click on this information bubble here, and you will see an explanation of each field. And when you click Save and Exit, you will be able to invite your teammates. So on the free trial, you can have 10 users. So you are 1 user, and you can add 9 additional ones. So you can skip this for now, or you can add them. We can wait, it doesn't matter. And once you're done, you can click on All Done. And then, voila. So Instrumentl has found, for my specific case, when I took these screenshots, almost 200 grants for me. So here you can see which type of grants these are. So foundation grants, corporate grants, government grants. And you can click on Let's Go. And once you do that, you will probably get a pop-up from Becca. She's a person from our customer success team, asking you about whether or not you would like a product walkthrough. So you can click no at this moment. But here's what you will see now. So you will see your matches. So you can view Instrumentl sort of like not like a business matchmaker, but more like a grant matchmaker, because you've set in your requirements, and Instrumentl just filtered out its huge grant database to match you up with perfect opportunities for your organization. So you can see the funding opportunity here. You can explore the funder. you can read through the actual RFP, and you can write opportunity notes here. But for the purpose of me showing you more about Instrumentl, you can click on save opportunity on this green button here, and then the first opportunity will be added to your tracker. So in order to save it, so I just named my project test. You will see your project name here, and then you can see status. So grant status, we have 3 different statuses: researching, application, and awards. So those are like statuses, 3 main grant statuses, and then within those you have different types of statuses. So while talking with many grant consultants and nonprofits, this is how we define those statuses. But do let me know if you feel like something is missing. And once you add this opportunity to your tracker, this is the view that you will have. So this opportunity will be added in the tracker here. So before I move on, I will just see how you all are doing and check the chat. Okay, let's see. Okay, looks like everybody's set. Ryan is replying to you. Okay, cool. So I will now just switch from my presentation view for a second. Whoops. And show you my view of my account here. So can anybody just give me a thumbs up in the chat so that I can know that you see my screen?
Yep, we can see your tracker.
Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. So I would like to go over some features that will help you organize your grant team to win more funding. So here's how we're going to organize the time that we have left. I will go through the tracker, through the calendar, tasks, and the awards view. So when it comes to the tracker, it's a very nice, so first you have like this very nice overview of the funding goal that you set. If you click on edit here, you can set your goal depending on the fiscal year. So let's just leave it like this. And you can see the status of your grants. So it's just like a very, I like to call it like an executive summary of your grants. So basically, where are we with awarded grants, submitted grants, and declined grants? And you can see the amount that's been awarded across the number of opportunities. And yeah, so when it comes to the tracker, here's how it can help you and your team work in a more efficient way. First, you have the name of your opportunity. And then if you assign one, you have a grant owner here. So this means that this person is accountable for applying for this grant opportunity. You can see the deadline, you can see the status, you can see the amounts that were received and requested. I will show you more about this in the awards view. You can see the next task if it's assigned, and you can leave any type of notes along with attachments here. So why is this useful? Because if you're managing multiple grants, or if you're managing grants, if you're a smaller team and you're managing just a few grants, it still helps you just understand where you are with different grant opportunities in a single glance. So a different view from this is the calendar view. So if I click here, I can see, depending on the date, what are the deadlines. This one is related to the funder. So here I can click on it, and then voila, I can see everything nicely presented in this overview tab. So I can see what was the submission date. I can see the amount requested. I can add a document of the full proposal. So to have it like all the information centralized in one place, I can see when I was notified about the award. So literally everything, along with opportunity notes and the grant owner for this specific opportunity. So I just press escape and I can leave this view. So it's very, very useful in order to understand what are your priorities and what you need to do next. But if you want to collaborate with your teammates, then you can go to tasks. So we overhauled this tasks view to help you understand what are your tasks, what's on your what's like the next thing on your to-do list. So in this particular example, maybe I can find a different one for you to show that's a bit more populated. Let's see. Yeah, this one is better. So you can see what's your immediate task that's next up. I can see my name here attached to it. You can see like what type of to-dos are on your list. So do you need to submit an LOI? Is it a full proposal? Is it a report? Is it cultivation task? Or is it a general one? And then you can, if it were like a longer list, you could even search through the list of tasks. You can arrange this. It's not working. I don't know why, but you can arrange this in ascending or descending way. You can filter by type of task. So it's basically a very, very neat way for you to understand what's next in the pipeline. So those are tasks. You can also filter by assignee. So if I were, for instance, Becca, I could filter via this filter and show it will show me all tasks that are mine to do. I also, I forgot to say about the tracker. So you remember that you have two options. You can either track all your grants, or you can track all your existing grants and new grant opportunities that Instrumentl matches you with. So the best way to use Instrumentl if you're on a free trial is to add new opportunities, and better yet, import your grant spreadsheets. So just to pause here, I would like you to tell me whether or not you're using grants, like spreadsheets for managing grants at the moment. Yeah, Robin says spreadsheets. Yeah, spreadsheets. Michelle, Kara, spreadsheets. Yeah, it's a very common. I mean, we use spreadsheets using Google, but Google sucks. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. Spreadsheets. Yeah. So my maybe Ryan, you can share the freebie that's about how to ditch spreadsheets from your grant management. We do have it in the library, so you can fetch it and share it with folks in the chat. But yeah, I would challenge you because to try to sign up for Instrumentl. You have nothing to lose, and just import your grant spreadsheet by using. So once you click here, you will see that there is a template that we use. So it's important to follow this template because Instrumentl will format your data based on how you structure the data within the sheet. And then you just click here and then upload your spreadsheet. And within a couple of days, depending on the amount of requests, your Instrumentl tracker will be populated. And it's really, really amazing to see, like, you know how you squint your eyes at spreadsheets in Excel, and or in like Google spreadsheets, you just squint your eyes and everything is just dull because everything is black and white. You may use some color coding, but it's not nearly as neat as this view is. So yeah, I would recommend that would be like the first step. Once you just, explore the platform, check the matches, and then import your spreadsheets, because then you can truly experience the power of Instrumentl in terms of like collaboration and organizing your team, because that's the core value of it. So now that I've shown you just like an overview of tasks, you can also, of course, assign tasks. So if you go, you can also like hide completed tasks or like toggle the view here, but you can add a task. So for instance, I can add report, task type, report, let's say report for XYZ. Deadline, I will give a week for this person. Amelie, and then Amelie and I are collaborators here, or I can add, let's say Becca needs also to chime in and help out. And then I click done, and then I've added a task. So basically what I said about like, oh, I'm tracking things in Monday in Trello or like in spreadsheets, and I'm communicating via email, and so basically Instrumentl solves all of these issues because everything is brought into single place. And all of the next things that we're doing, that we'll be doing in terms of like product development, everything will be like focused on end-to-end grant management, because that's the greatest value that you can get from it. I mean, people usually think, oh, but it's like the grant database, that's like the greatest value. It is. We're still very relevant for prospecting, but we're branching out in terms of really listening to what your pain points are and building a product that you can use to manage these pain points. So if I go to the awards view, so this is a completely new feature that was released last month. So basically, this is how Instrumentl became a post-award management tool as well. So here you can see all of your awarded grants. So the total sum of awarded, the total sum that came from awarded grants, the number of grants, you can see received payments if you hover over, and expected payments. So that's basically like a breakdown of payments that you received and are expecting. And we all know that grant money can come like in disbursements and reimbursements, and it's sometimes very challenging to keep track of everything. So I will show you in just a little bit how this is useful. You can also see funder types, breakdown, and you can filter the view of active and closed awards. And it's also useful because you can see when your next report is due and how many tasks do you have in the current month. You can also change the view based on the fiscal year and based on the grant period. So by default, it's sorted by the start of grant period, but you can, it's very important for us that you can customize the view as much as you can. So just one more thing about payments tracking. So if I go here, I can go to payments here. And then I can literally add any type of payments that I'm expecting. So in case I am expecting a payment on, let's say, October 16th, I can add a payment easily here, select the dates, select the amount, and if the payment doesn't arrive, I can just nudge the funder and remind them that that they need to release funds. So yeah, this is just like a high-level overview, but feel free to ping me if you want like a closer demo or you need some type of information as well. So back to our slideshow. So as you can see, Instrumentl truly solves like biggest challenges. Like you can move from information fragmentation to centralized data management. You can move from limited collaboration to streamlined collaboration. And it's truly like that. You can really work within a single workspace. Then you can move from inefficient communication to enhanced communication. You can accelerate your grant writing, not grant writing process, but your grant research process and the collaboration process as well. From limited visibility and accountability, you can move towards automated workflows and transparency, because there are a lot of features that I didn't have the chance to show you that truly helps you organize your team better. So for instance, there are automatical deadline reminders. There are calendar integrations that you can use, like to create specific calendar links to track deadlines from a specific assignee or from a specific opportunity. And then you can just simply copy and paste that calendar link and share it with your team member that's working on the grant opportunity with you, and then you simply have an integration with your own calendar, be it like Apple iCall or Google Calendar. So there's a lot of things there, and this is something that we like to show. How's it working with Instrumentl and without Instrumentl? Because we truly believe that, I mean, at least what we found out from our customers and prospects, this is what they value. So it just simplifies the grant process in a very profound way. So we are almost at end, but stay with us, because you will get this special 35-page blueprint that will help you set your team for success. And at the very end, before the Q&A, I will just like to share 5 lessons from nonprofits that crack that code to success. So the first one is to be a force multiplier and lead the change management. So I was talking to Beth, who is a chief strategist officer, and she really emphasized that if you are introducing a new tool, you really need to give everyone at least a basic walkthrough on how to use this tool. So for Instrumentl, it's about how to run a report or how to look at uploaded documents, but it doesn't really, so just introducing a new tool doesn't really solve the problem, but just, you know, trying to ensure that there is user adoption as well, that's what's going to move the needle. The second lesson, make sure your team members have easy access to vital information. So with Eloise, who is a nonprofit strategist, she really appreciates having a centralized location that all of her team members can easily access. So if you're working on grants that are like multiple years, you can track everything in a single place. Then lesson number 3, it's important to actively communicate with all team members. So for instance, with grant management platform, you can show your progress from proposal to researching all the way to submitted, awarded, declined. So there is like a very strong sense of transparency and clarity about what's the status of every grant. So this is what I talked about with Beth. Fourth lesson, find a way to efficiently divide ownership and collaborate. So Dawn, she's a CEO and nonprofit consultant. She really uses tasks in Instrumentl. So you can make sure that whenever you need like approval from anybody from the team, you can just easily assign the task to them, and everything is visible and everything is easily managed within a single platform. And lastly, when things start to work, double down on consistency. It will pay off. So Linda was a part-time grant writer at Sci-Hope, and they saw value in Instrumentl, and they actually managed to find more relevant, that is good fit funders for them. And this resulted in them winning 30% more grants than before using Instrumentl. So this is what gave their executive director the confidence to hire Linda full-time. So yeah, a lovely story there. So yeah, we have about 5 minutes left. I'm sure that Ryan, that you replied to questions in the chat while I was yachting here, but are there any outstanding questions that haven't been addressed, Ryan, or does anybody else have anything that they want to ask?
Yeah, I answered a lot of questions in the chat while you were going along, but if anyone has any questions now, please drop them in. We can answer them.
Okay, we can wait a couple of moments. Also, folks, if you have any outstanding questions that haven't been answered, if we missed them, or if something comes to your mind, you can always reach out to me either via email or on LinkedIn. Yeah, if nobody has anything to ask at this point. Megan has a question, but I think it's directed to you, Ryan.
Has anyone shared internal training manuals with you? We have a lot of training that we offer as Instrumentl, if I'm understanding your question correctly, Megan. When you sign up for Instrumentl, you'll get notifications about joining some training that our customer success team puts together. So if you have specific training that you'd like to attend, you can always shoot us an email at hello@instrumentl.com. And we can point you in the right direction because we have a lot of different training materials that we can share.
Yeah, and also there are frequent customer events, and the customer success team does a wonderful job of actually listening to people. So if they see that people are struggling with certain features or that they want to do something within Instrumentl and they don't know how to, they will organize an event to target a specific issue. Cool. Any other questions before we wrap up? Could Instrumentl facilitate a live training session for a nonprofit? I believe that's an option, Bosan, but we can check with customer success team. I believe that it has been done before, more like in terms of presenting the tool as they decide whether or not they want to invest.
Yeah, we'll set something up for you, Bosan. Just shoot us an email.
Arnold is asking for Instrumentl, can the individuals that do the 8 positions be involved in it as far as grant tracking is concerned? Yes. So depending on, so within the free trial, you have 10 different users that you can invite to your account, and they have full access. But depending on the pricing plan, if you choose to become a customer, you have more seats available for users. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. And for other people that you don't wish to give access to Instrumentl to, you can easily extract reports. Reports come in PDFs with live links to opportunities in Instrumentl. And regardless of the fact that they don't have an Instrumentl account, they can view this within the platform. So I hope this answers your question. Are there any discounts or grants out there? Yeah, so Kara, we actually were thinking about creating like a resource on capacity grants that can help you pay for Instrumentl because it's a tool that you need. So yeah, I think Ryan has shared an email, hello@Instrumentl, and you can reach to us there. And somebody from either customer success or from customer success will reach out. Okay, so we're at time. Cool. So we're giving everyone live a freebie. So just fill out the feedback form that Ryan is sharing within the chat. And as for the next steps, I really would encourage you to create a 14-day Instrumentl trial if you haven't already during the event, because it can truly help you transform the way you collaborate on grants. Cool. I hope you had a good time with us. Thank you for attending. And yeah, I will hope to see you on some of our next events that we're planning, probably from November on and beyond. Thank you so much, everybody, and hope to see you soon. Bye,
Thanks.
everyone. Bye.